It's amazing how quickly things change in life. I went and had an appointment with a neurosurgeon about my neck the other day. Through our discussions, he said, like, first course of action for this sort of an issue would be cortisone injections, but you've been having those and it's really gone far beyond that being a solution. So I had 2 surgical solutions to consider. One was to go in through the back of my neck and drill and grind out the bone on both sides of my neck at my C5, 6 and 7 joints to relieve the pressure on the nerves that go down to my hands, because I have very reduced feeling and a lot of numbness in my hands. The next option was for them to go through the front of my throat and fuse my neck, fuse my spine. And he said, that way, that would reduce the mobility of your neck, especially with the number of vertebrae that I have to deal with. Like, I have issues from C2 all the way down. My neck is curved the wrong direction. It's curved forward instead of back. All of my discs are basically collapsing. This surgery is targeting the most impacted nerves at the moment, the ones that are really giving me trouble. The ones that cause me to cut myself and not realise. Like, I can still feel stuff, but not much. So anyway, had to have a CT scan for that, and that was booked in for next Tuesday arvo. And then they contacted me today to go through surgery dates. And the doctor is going away at one point, and I was in discussions with my wife and looking to push it all the way back into late September. The teacher in me really doesn't want to miss school with kids, and that's why I said late September, because that's in the holidays. I need time off next term, but the following term, term 4. But I wouldn't miss weeks with my year 12s this term. As it turns out, there was a surgery date available next Monday. And my wife said, you should take that one. In the back of my mind, didn't even realise year 12 are doing exams for the first 2 weeks, so part of my recovery time I wouldn't be having classes with them anyway if I took that date. But then I said, I can't take that date. That's next week, next Monday, and they need a CT scan, which is on the Tuesday. So my wife started ringing around places to see if there was a chance of getting in earlier for a CT, because I've got surgery booked in for Monday. I was getting ready to do the concreting for that top gate and step, which we really want to get done. And then my wife just rings me from upstairs down to me in the laundry and says, get changed. You've got an appointment in a little over an hour for a CT scan down in Penrith. Which means I'll get the report done by Monday. I'll probably have the report done by tomorrow. Today's Thursday. So I'm driving down to get a CT scan. And the reason I'm in my wife's car is because the truck is still connected to the trailer with all the fencing and concrete gear in the back of it. And because I had to leave in a hurry, it was just take her car and go. I'm kind of terrified about having surgery on my spine, so close to my spinal cord, and there's always the chance that they could, and he said this, there's always the chance that they could damage the nerves that they're trying to rescue. By getting it done right now, I don't have as much time to think about it and freak out about it. Like, the surgery's been booked in, it's in 4 days' time. CT scan in 40 minutes. The doctor was surprised that I'd gone for so long without having anything done. I hadn't seen a surgeon before now. And I just flat out, I was honest and said, that's because I'm scared. I was told in my 20s that this would require surgery in the future. But you don't want to go having it too soon, because surgery around the spine can be problematic. And my GP, I have very bad issues down in my lower back, but they come and go depending on how I can exercise and things like that. My neck, on the other hand, it's not a muscular issue. It's bone and collapsed discs that cause me to have incredibly reduced feeling in these fingers. I drop stuff. I've been receiving phone calls all the way down to Penrith, the hospital and admissions and the doctor's assistant and all that sort of stuff. It's all going ahead. They've sent me some emails which I've got to check for, but for signed consent forms, the quote for the cost of it, everything like that. And yeah. I've arrived down here for my CT. So it's in about 20 minutes, so I'll go and get myself booked in and just wait for it. I might look for my emails while I'm waiting. And oh boy, everything's happening. We're all rugged up now. It's a little bit chilly. Camera shy. So I was too late to do any work at the house, but it wasn't too late to be able to bring the boys out. So I've come out for a walk. I'm being incredibly reflective right now. Hey. Where's Sam? Where's Sam? Where's Sam? Sam. There's the boys. It's a nice spot, but it's a bit chilly, isn't it? It's just happening so quickly all of a sudden. That's why. It's okay, mate. Pick it up on it. Want to head back to the house? Hey? Back to the house? What's that? My wife has a really good feeling about the surgeon. Seemed very confident. So I should too. Everything's going to be good. I'm going to come out of this with feeling in my hands again. And the timing for work is actually a lot better than waiting later. Yeah. Come on.